Welcome to our special coverage of the 33rd Annual Winterfest Boat Parade.
The Seminole Hard Rock Winterfest Boat Parade, to be exact.
I'm Spiro Canton.
And I'm Carla Shadoan.
And we're here to kick off tonight's rock and roll fantasy. The parade is just a couple of hours away, and we're starting the clock, as well as the celebration, counting down to the big event.
That's right, Spiro. We're here on location at Fort Lauderdale's Marina Marriott on the 17th Street Causeway. This is Command Central. Winterfest board members and a staff of volunteers are going to be getting all these docks or yachts in a row. And then this 10-mile parade will begin right here at the host hotel. And
Carla, we have the very honorable task of taking you, our viewers, behind the scenes for an up-close look at just how the 7th largest one-day spectator event comes to be.
Hard work, I can tell you that, and lots of it, because with hundreds of volunteers and thousands of very talented, committed members of this community, the route is designed, the parade is laid out, the entries developed, the boats are decorated.
Parties and fundraisers planned and VIPs pampered. And we could go on and on, but instead we're going to introduce you to these folks a little bit later on in the show.
That's right, because this special preview show is going to summarize months of planning, introduce you to some of the folks that decorate these elaborate entries and the generous committee members that brought this rock and roll fantasy to life.
It's all coming up as we gear up for Shaq Daddy's big entrance as Grand Marshal. He'll lead off the 100-plus elaborately decorated boats and kick off all our special coverage right here on your local Comcast channel.
It's our special coverage of the Seminole Hard Rock Winterfest Boat Parade, beginning with our behind-the-scenes preview show, followed by our special holiday shopping guide, and then we're going to be joined by our friends from WSVN Channel 7 for the parade itself.
And it's all coming to you live on Comcast, so stay with us. We'll be right back.
Why will JM Lexus be able to make this your December to remember? Selection and, of course, the JM Underprice. Choose from the largest selection of IS300, ES330, and even the RX330 luxury utility vehicle. Experience world-class sales, service, and the JM Underprice. And because your time is important to us, soon you'll experience the world's fastest service department at JM Lexus on Sample Road in Margate.
Happy holidays!
Need to tighten your batting skills? At the Batter's Box, you'll find all the accessories and equipment you need just like the pros. The selection of bats is a big hit with hundreds to choose from. Step up to the plate in one of 5 batting cages. Or test your fielding skills with a throwback machine for fielding practice. All of this under one roof only at the Batter's Box.
Welcome to A Christmas Place. For over 30 years, our creative staff has been custom designing holiday memories for our clientele. We have over 100,000 ornaments and the largest selection of trees, lights, and collectibles in the South. Stop by and see why we were twice awarded the best Christmas store in the nation. We're located in Central Fort Lauderdale on Northeast 13th Street. And remember, you haven't been any place until you've been to the one, the only, A Christmas Place.
Capture a moment by sending a rainbow.
This holiday season, show the people you love how much you care. Call Bunning the Florist and celebrate the holidays with the gift of flowers. Call today for a holiday bouquet. We have same-day nationwide delivery.
Any day, any reason to smile. At Bunning we deliver smile.
Call Bunning the Florist. We deliver flowers worldwide.
Welcome back to Comcast special coverage of this year's Seminole Hard Rock Winterfest Boat Parade. I'm Comcast Spiro Canton. Here in sunny South Florida, we come to appreciate our unique weather this time of year, and because of that, you can say that we like our holidays with a twist. While Macy's and the Rose Bowl have their bragging rights, we pride ourselves on the fact that our parade has floats that really float. We're talking about the one and only Seminole Hard Rock Winterfest Boat Parade, and as we get ready to kick off this awesome annual celebration, we'd like to take you on a tour of Winterfest Past for a look at how this little event has been ship-shaped.
Like most traditions, this one-day spectacular has humble roots. In 1971, just 20 enthusiasts decided to celebrate the winter holidays South Florida style.
In 1971, a group of revelers decided they were going to have a little party on the waterway, and from that it turned into the Winterfest Boat Parade. It's pretty amazing. It was just a real small boat parade. A lot of the people in the community, you know, the mom and pop kind of organizations, really put their effort towards providing decorations for their own boats. And from that, I believe the corporations saw the appeal and decided that they realized it was a way to market their own companies, and it really took off.
Spurred by the continued popularity of that event, a not-for-profit organization, Winterfest Inc., was formed just 10 years later.
It just used to be the Fort Lauderdale Boat Parade, and then as they were getting together and brainstorming, the name Winterfest came up, so it seemed really appropriate for Fort Lauderdale.
The rest, as they say, is history, and an amazing one at that. By 1983, a few household Christmas lights on a boat just wouldn't do. The Winterfest Committee created a parade theme for the first time, and spirited residents started to employ friends, family members, and co-workers to install props and animation to interpret the theme. And this tropical fantasy caught the interest of the nation.
When the parade started going national, it was in the 80s, and they realized that an event of this magnitude and the uniqueness of it was something that was so appealing to people from all over the world by the phone calls that they were receiving, that it took on a life of its own. And thereby they decided, let's go ahead and have a celebrity as a Grand Marshal. And Bob Hope happened to be one in the 80s, and he did a TV show that actually was based on Winterfest.
And that grandest of traditions continued, where year after year celebrities converged on Fort Lauderdale to lead the parade.
Dan Marino was a Grand Marshal in the past, Joan Rivers, Donald Trump, we've had Willard Scott, Mickey and Minnie, Kelly Ripa, we had David Cassidy last year. We're so excited to have Shaquille O'Neal this year. So a lot of celebrities out there, you know, had some good fun with Winterfest.
And with all that star power to back up its glowing event, the Winterfest Committee was forced to expand and create more parties and more celebrations, as if we really had to twist their arms.
Well, what happened was we saw with the boat parade that people were coming into town wanting to be a part of the boat parade, and then the corporate sponsors as well that were participating with us. So there was a need to have some other events, and Winterfest being as large as it is, it seemed as though we could do some kickoff parties. And as those parties developed, it really turned into doing something more like the Family Fun Days that we can provide free for this community, a golf tournament. We have the Intercoastal Decorating Extravaganza. Black tie ball started as a beach bass, and I think people that are Winterfest friendly, they just want to have a good time. And being in an organized event like a black tie ball, getting to dress up a little bit, it is definitely the kickoff of the social season. And all these people that have started Winterfest can get together and just really celebrate this event and all the wonderfulness that it brings to our community.
And with that, entertainment became another defining aspect of this holiday celebration.
It seems as though those people at Winterfest really want to dance and have a good time. Last year we had the New York City Rockettes come out and perform for everyone, and this year we have got something really special, Legends in Concert right out of Vegas, as well as the Bobby Rodriguez Orchestra, which is a 22-piece orchestra to entertain everybody. It's all about dancing and having fun.
Here are the elaborately decorated yachts that are going to be lining up shortly and then heading down the Intercoastal Waterway. And of course, we're going to be bringing that to you live as our special coverage of the 33rd Annual Seminole Hard Rock Winterfest Boat Parade continues right here on Comcast when we return in just a few minutes.
Want to sell your home fast and for top dollar? Ask Askowitz.
Hi, I'm Anthony Askowitz, and whether your home is big or small, I sell them all.
We have Askowitz.
Over 1,000 families have trusted Anthony Askowitz with the most important investment of their lives, their homes. Find out how to sell your home fast and at the price you want. Call 305-251-2127 and ask Askowitz.
Spectacular butterfly world. We're butterflies and so much more. Imagine walking in a lush tropical rainforest where butterflies and hummingbirds fly all around you. Explore our bug museum and botanical gardens and laugh at our new lorikeet encounter where they eat right out of your hand. 3 acres of wonder at spectacular butterfly world. We're butterflies and so much more.
How does JM Lexus continue to underprice and over-deliver?
What's over-deliver?
It's all the special things we do that make your parents so happy.
If they're happy, I'm happy too.
Well, then me too. During our December to Remember sales event, get our lowest underprice of the year. And because your time is important to us, soon you'll experience the world's fastest service department at JM Lexus on Sample Road in Margate.
Happy holidays!
South Florida's Christmas gift has arrived early this year. It's a Christmas Place, twice voted the best Christmas store in the nation and located right here in central Fort Lauderdale. A Christmas Place is Florida's premier Christmas superstore with our own custom designers and the best selection of ornaments, collectibles, trees, and lights. Stop by and remember you haven't been any place until you've been to the one, the only, A Christmas Place.
Welcome back to Comcast special coverage of the 33rd Annual Winterfest Boat Parade. I'm Spiro Canton. After more than 3 decades of decorations, dancing, and decking the halls, how does Winterfest ensure a bigger, better parade than the years gone by? Well, just when you think you can't trump this group, they lay down a new deck of cards on the board this year as our title sponsor, one of the most exciting groups to hit the game here in South Florida, the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. We spent some time with Council Member Max Osceola and his group to find out more about what these players have in store for South Florida's premier event.
It's the place where rock and roll dreams come true. From the second the 50-foot hard rock guitar at the entrance catches your eye, you know the rhythm is gonna get you. It's the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, South Florida's newest attraction and the title sponsors of this year's Winterfest Boat Parade.
Well, the Seminole tribe has always been in Broward County, and we always feel that we need to get as much information to the community about who we are and what we are. And with our opening of the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel Casino, we want everyone to come and enjoy a place we call paradise. And so we need to market that also. So we felt we could tie in with the premier event in South Florida, the Winterfest Boat Parade.
With an international reputation for innovation and excitement, the Seminole Hard Rock is sure to have an electrifying effect on this year's parade.
For the theme, we're going to have decorations, we're going to have hard rock, we're going to have a VIP guest, Wade Boggs from the world champion New York Yankees, and we're going to party hardy.
Leading the way along the water is not the only way this title sponsor is planning to make an impression. They are part of every aspect of the parade.
We had the press conference here to announce the Grand Marshal. We're also going to have the premier black tie event here for the Winterfest Boat Parade.
Flexing their hard rock muscle and tight relationships with some of the nation's most noted VIPs, the Seminole Hard Rock brought some star power to the parade's center court.
Shaquille O'Neal stayed here during the hurricane, so while he was here, we asked him, you know, he's the largest star in South Florida, so why doesn't he go to the largest event in South Florida? So he agreed to represent us as Grand Marshal. Shaquille is such a superstar, and this is the first event he's doing in South Florida, so I think they're going to welcome him with open arms. This is a way for Shaquille to tell South Florida, hey, LA's second, South Florida's #1. Well, you're going to see a lot of energy. Okay, I mean, it's a time to have a good time, and that's what we should all do in this time of the year.
With the Grand Marshal that tops the charts in a boat that traditionally dazzles spectators, this year's title sponsor is pulling out all of the stops to make sure that the 33rd Winterfest Boat Parade is a solid gold event. And Spiro, it only makes perfect sense that this legendary place, known best for its never-ending nightlife, would be teaming up with the Heat and Winterfest for this week-long celebration.
Sure to rock our world when the parade kicks off in just a while, but first, our special coverage of the Seminole Hard Rock Winterfest Boat Parade continues as we turn up the heat and invite you all to a love shack. Those B-52s, right? It's all coming up on Comcast. We'll be right back after this.
Need to tighten your batting skills? At the Batter's Box, you'll find all the accessories and equipment you need just like the pros. The selection of bats is a big hit, with hundreds to choose from. Step up to the plate in one of 5 batting cages. or test your fielding skills with a throwback machine for fielding practice. All of this under one roof only at the Batter's Box.
Doctor, doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of credit blues.
Why are these people dancing? Because they just found out they can rebuild their credit at Gulfstream Motor Credit. That's right, bad credit, no credit, bankruptcy, even domestic partner loans. Hundreds of quality used cars to choose from, all makes and models. Finally, a cure for your credit woes. The Credit Doctor is in at Gulfstream Motor Credit. Visit either of our 2 locations or call 305-633-5011.
The joy of loving one another goes beyond distance, and no company helps you enjoy the voices that you cherish like Super Telecom. With the new Un Solo Pueblo plan, it's simple to save all the time. Only 10 cents per minute. Call now, and for a limited time, receive a free 500-minute calling card. Super Telecom. We are stronger, better.
Have you heard? What? It's that time of year again when Miami International Merchandise Mart opens its doors to the public. Hey, last year I found everything for everybody on my list at the Miami Mart. Great selections, all the trends you're looking for, and most importantly, great bargains. So when are they opening? This Saturday and every Saturday from 10 to 6, now through December. Let's make a day of it. I'll even treat you to lunch there. What are we waiting for? Let's go.
Welcome back to Comcast special coverage of the 33rd Annual Seminole Hard Rock Winterfest Boat Parade. I'm Carla Shadoan. You know, as the sun goes down, the boats get lined up. 800,000 of our closest friends and family members are going to be joining us for this spectacular event. And this year, one of the NBA's most valuable players takes a timeout from center court to don our Grand Marshal hat. And of course, we're talking about none other than the Shack. So where does South Florida turn to watch Shack, the Miami Heat, and so much more? The regional sports network that's first in Florida sports. That's who. It's our friends at Sunshine Network, only on Comcast Cable. Take a look.
South Florida, so very good to have you with us.
Another chapter in the great Florida State rivalry, and this one did not disappoint.
And it is caught. Oh, I tell you what, I'm hoping I'll have to face that quarterback again.
NASCAR kicks off on Sunday with the Daytona 500. Our studios here in Orlando. Welcome to the Florida Fishing Report here on Sunshine Network.
You're watching ACC Sunday Night Hoops on Sunshine Network.
2004 SEC
Your home
tournament.
for college baseball.
And it is caught for a touchdown.
If you're a sports fan, that's definitely a motivational type of video. With us here, Sunshine Network's Vice President of Affiliate Sales, Chris Killebrew, and Comcast Vice President General Manager of Broward County, Rick Stevens. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us. You're pretty excited. A lot of things happening tonight, but let's talk about Sunshine and your commitment to the boat parade.
We're thrilled to be here, Spiro. We've been televising the boat parade for 10 years now.
throughout the state of Florida. And this is only our second year participating as an actual sponsor of a boat along with our good friends at Comcast, and we're thrilled to be here.
And the reaction you received from your coverage of the boat parade must be spectacular.
Oh, it's been tremendous. It's a event that not only is of interest in South Florida, but throughout the entire state. It's well known, and we're thrilled to be a part of it.
And Rick, of course, Comcast has been involved in the boat parade for a long time.
Absolutely. Again, 10 years, and this year it's going to be spectacular. We're going to be the lead boat, leading out Shaq. The theme of our boat is going to be The Heat is On. And for the first time in the history of the boat parade, we're going to have two 10x20 video screens that are going to show highlights of Sunshine Network programming, as well as Shaq, as well as some season greetings. And also, for our customers, it's going to show some of the new exciting products that we're going to have coming out in the near future.
2005 is going to be an exciting year?
Amazing year. We've spent over $143 million, as you well know, in South Florida, upgrading our plant.
I've heard that figure somewhere before,
yes. And we now have, with that, have the ability to offer all customers in Broward County our high-speed data service. We just rolled out our digital video recorder product, which is flying off the shelves. People are very excited about that. Next year, we'll be launching our video-on-demand product, where customers will be able to watch what they want to watch, when they want to watch it. And hopefully later next year, we'll be rolling out our Comcast digital voice product. So a lot of things going on at Comcast, as you all know.
That's pretty exciting for Sunshine, too, because you've got different products to offer as well.
Oh, it's tremendously exciting for us. The product we're most excited about that fits so well with the Winterfest this year is our coverage of Miami Heat. We're the exclusive local provider of Miami Heat basketball this year, of 70 games on Sunshine Network. And the way Comcast brings it in and the quality picture they bring of our coverage of Miami Heat basketball is just tremendous. It doesn't get any better.
Now, of course, Shaq is now with the Miami Heat, and has that ramped up the coverage of the Heat and the excitement over the team that you've seen on Sunshine lately?
We certainly benefit from having Shaq in South Florida. We actually inked our deal with the Heat to increase our coverage to 70 games to be the exclusive local provider before Shaq came on board. But we couldn't have planned it any better.
Yeah, the viewership must be up.
It's tremendous. It's going great, and it's only going to get better. The team is leading the division, and it's going to be a great year for the Heat and for Sunshine.
And you've seen Comcast's popularity go up, and a lot of people looking for Shaq and extra sports on TV.
Absolutely, absolutely. And with not only our affiliation with the Sunshine Network, but with our video-on-demand product, people are going to be able to watch the sports, again, when they want to watch it, at their leisure, not having to be there at a particular time. Our customers love it.
The technology of the future of cable TV seems to be something that you're right on top of, as far as what to expect as far as new products are concerned.
Oh, sure. We try to do everything we can. We've always been on top of the very latest in production of all our live programming, not only with Miami Heat, but also University of Florida, the Seminoles, Florida State, and more recently with Miami Hurricanes with their inclusion in the ACC. And of course with Comcast, they're the same way from the distribution standpoint in terms of turning out the very best product there is.
Of course, having the Heat out there is great. And of course, Shaq, who's going to be here leading off the parade tonight. It's going to be a really exciting season. And I'm sure that both of you are looking forward to the entire time an event taking place. And of course, we'll be showing it here on Comcast and on Channel 7.
The boat looks great. The folks at Comcast and our folks at Sunshine did a great job putting it together. It's going to well represent both companies and what Winterfest Boat Parade is all about.
Exciting time. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for being with us. Talk about the Heat now. We're all getting hotter as we grow ever closer to the start of the 33rd annual Seminole Hard Rock Winterfest Boat Parade, as our special coverage of this year's event continues on Comcast with decorating secrets from the experts that put these holiday cruising vessels together. We'll go behind the scenes to find out what all the hustle and bustle is about and take you inside for some of the festivities when we return right after this.
Are you looking for a healthy alternative for lunch? Something that's high in protein with the perfect balance of carbs and low in cholesterol. It's well known that vegetables and fish are natural antioxidants, being high in vitamins B12, A, and E. Welcome to Heart Rock Sushi, the one place in Sunrise Boulevard that serves delicious, fresh, healthy, heart-smart food. Heart Rock Sushi, 1970 East Sunrise Boulevard in the Gateway Shopping Center.
Broward County residents with flood insurance receive only 2 cents out of every dollar of premium as a claim payment. The other 98 cents pays claims in other parts of the country. Subsidizing losses in other states is unfair. For a free flood risk analysis, please call toll-free 877-FLOOD-ZONE. That's 877-FLOOD-ZONE. Don't lose an entire year of savings. Act now so we can evaluate your classification before your next renewal.
How will JM Lexus make this a December to remember with the JM Underprice? The JM Underprice is the savings your parents get, so they can spend more money on you. Wow! During our December to Remember sales event, get our lowest underprice of the year. And because your time is important to us, soon you'll experience the world's fastest service department at JM Lexus on Sample Road in Margate.
Happy holidays!
Capture a moment by sending a rainbow. This holiday season, show the people you love how much you care. Call Bunning the Florist and celebrate the holidays with the gift of flowers. Call today for a holiday bouquet. We have same-day nationwide delivery.
Any day, any reason to smile. At Bunning we deliver smile.
Call Bunning the Florist. We deliver flowers worldwide.
Welcome back to Comcast special coverage of the Seminole Hard Rock Winterfest Boat Parade. You know, once the guns sound and the parade kicks off, this 7th largest one-day spectator event in the world, the sponsors, entrance, and Winterfest committee will be pulling out all the stops to rock our world. And of course, when it's all over, we'll need a place to rest our weary souls. That's where our host hotel comes in, the spectacular Fort Lauderdale Marriott Marina.
Welcome to the Fort Lauderdale Marina Marriott, located in the heart of beautiful Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Just minutes from the Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport, downtown Fort Lauderdale, Las Olas Boulevard, incredible shopping at the Galleria Mall, and of course, the beautiful beaches. And conveniently just across the street from Port Everglades and the Broward Convention Center. We offer you 580 luxury guest rooms and 17 suites, all with unmatched views of both our city and the waterside. The spacious rooms offer all the luxuries and amenities one would expect from the Marriott, such as individual climate control, TV with in-room pay movies and free CNN and HBO, direct dial telephone with data port and voicemail, as well as an AM/FM alarm clock radio. When it's time to get down to business, there's no better hotel than the Fort Lauderdale Marina Marriott. It's our experience that 20,000 square feet of versatile meeting, excellent service, and astounding catering capabilities equals success. When it comes to parties and special occasions, we rely on our ingenuity and imagination to create special events that are unforgettable. Our uniquely tailored menus are delicious and versatile, offering everything from formal dining to off-site catering at the location of your choice. If you just feel like relaxing, you could go for a swim in our heated pool, enjoy the beautiful Florida sunshine on our tanning deck, or just let your troubles melt away in our whirlpool and sauna. As a guest, you can enjoy access to our state-of-the-art fitness center 24 hours a day, and you're just minutes from some of the best tennis courts and golf courses South Florida has to offer. Enjoy a refreshing cocktail dockside at the Pool River Watch Bar. Events on our giant screen TV compete with the beauty and bustle of the Intercoastal Waterway. Relax poolside with an ice-cool drink or a light snack from Gooseby's Bar and Grill. The tempo is slow, the ambience Key West, and the food casual. If you enjoy upscale dining, then we invite you to find out why La Marina's award-winning cuisine is known citywide as some of the best. Panoramic waterfront views satisfy your aesthetics, while tropical tastes and a progressive wine list tantalize your palate. Open for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. But for those of you who enjoy complete privacy, room service is just a phone call away. After dinner, you can enjoy a relaxing water taxi tour of Fort Lauderdale's waterways. Discover why it's called the Venice of America. Be sure to ask a Marina Marriott associate about our Marriott Rewards program. The Fort Lauderdale Marina Marriott. It's the perfect place to have your meeting and the perfect place to unwind after it's over.
And with us is Marina Marriott's General Manager, Murray Lowe. And Murray, thank you for joining us. This is quite a hotel. After seeing that video, all you got to do is just kind of like check in and you don't have to leave, right?
That's our theory. It works great. We're delighted to have guests come in.
Now, how does your life change when the Winterfest Boat Parade comes along?
Well, the exciting part of the Winterfest is it's not just a one-day event. There's a lot of things that go up building up to this event. We've been planning since literally the end of last year's boat parade, planning for this year's parade. There's a lot of coordination. We have a wonderful catering team, our chefs, but the event planners planning for the VIP parties and the special guests who come here to stay to view the parade or entertain their guests while the parade goes by.
Now, you're the host hotel. What does that mean?
Well, that means for us, the judges are located here where they view the parade and make the decisions about the best entries in the parade. We also host the VIP party for the special guests for the evening to watch the parade.
Do you see occupancy rates go up during this time?
Well, you know, the good news about Fort Lauderdale and the wonderful climate we have here is occupancy stays pretty good throughout the year. But at this time of year, this is certainly good for us.
Do you have folks checking in here and don't expect to see this parade and they're just kind of like, oh, what's going on tonight? And all of a sudden they get treated to this spectacular show?
Yeah, a lot of people sometimes are just coming to Fort Lauderdale because it's the holiday season and it's a great time to get away from, you know, the cold north. And so they do arrive and they are surprised at what's going on. But a lot of times our guests are just truly surprised at where the hotel's located, right here on the Intercoastal. We're only 10 minutes from the airport, and also right here is the convention center.
Pretty simply located.
It's a great location.
Now, exactly, you look like you're expanding. I took a look out back just driving in, and it looks like this place is under construction somewhat.
Well, there's a lot going on in our neighborhood. You know, we've had the expansion of the convention center, and our CVB has done a great job with that. Just down the street, there's a new condo development being built. That's really not our property, but we're delighted to have them here, and that's the new port condo. Our hotel is having some renovations next year, and the guests that'll come here will find new guest rooms and some new amenities for them to enjoy.
And this is the best place, you think, in Fort Lauderdale to see the parade?
It's the only place. It is. I think it's fantastic.
This is something that you do on an ongoing basis, not just for the Winterfest, but you're involved in a lot of community activities.
We
as
are.
far as the Marriott is
We are. This hotel has been here for 24 years. The Marriott, wherever we have Marriott hotels, we work hard to be engaged and committed to our communities because it's very important to us. This hotel has always had a history of participating with the CVB, with Rotary, and the various organizations in town. But Winterfest is special for us because we think it is the highlight event for the city itself, where it gets showcased and shown about throughout the state and internationally.
24 years, you must have seen changes of the Winterfest Boat Parade as far as it growing and becoming more of an event.
It really is. I mean, it's spectacular. There's a number of events that go up preceding it. They have the ball, they have the number of parties and sponsorship parties for people who participate. But the event itself, my understanding is the number of participants, the entry boats has grown dramatically year over year. It's a great event.
Do you actually offer special packages during this Winterfest weekend?
We do. We offer hotel rates, including breakfast, or over 2 nights or 3 nights, depending on how long you want to be here. But it's funny, before coming on to talk to you, I was just talking to some customers inside, and they have been coming for a number of years, and this year they have moved away from Fort Lauderdale, but they flew in from Atlanta and brought their kids because they really wanted to be here.
And they knew where to come, right?
They did. Well, it's interesting, the customer told me, he said, you know, I used to have a boat that I put in the parade, but I kept it at the marina here and then went out and participated in the parade. No longer does that. He lives in Atlanta.
It's like coming home.
Yeah.
You said there have been some changes, though, as far as the Winterfest programs are concerned, when you first came aboard, as far as where they do the judging and how the parade route is done.
Well, it used to be more at the end of the route, and
that's
the judging, and they've moved it here. And because the parade's grown, I think they need a little more space. But there's no doubt, no matter where you watch the parade, you get to see all of it. I think they just wanted to have a little better view, showcasing this new 17th Street Bridge as all the boats queue up in the port and come under and start the parade.
And as we're going to hear, I think the bridge is going up back there.
It is.
But also the fact that they actually assemble in the Port Everglades area.
That's correct.
That's where the assembly is.
That's correct.
And they pass right by here underneath the bridge.
That's right.
And of course, every year is a spectacular event, and
it is.
This is a terrific vantage place for the entire thing. Things you'd like to see happen in the future here, as far as people coming in and different enhancements?
Well, I just think the more exposure we can get, then the more capability we have for people to be here. There's a number of spots along the route where they erect bleachers and that for people to see, and I know they're working hard to make it more available for more people to enjoy the parade.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Our coverage of the 33rd Annual Seminole Hard Rock Winterfest Boat Parade continues when we return right after this.
Welcome to A Christmas Place. For over 30 years, our creative staff has been custom designing holiday memories for our clientele. We have over 100,000 ornaments and the largest selection of trees, lights, and collectibles in the South. Stop by and see why we were twice awarded the best Christmas store in the nation. We're located in Central Fort Lauderdale on Northeast 13th Street. And remember, you haven't been any place until you've been to the one, the only, A Christmas Place.
Want to sell your home fast and for top dollar? Ask Askowitz.
Hi, I'm Anthony Askowitz, and whether your home is big or small, I sell them all.
We ask Askowitz.
Over 1,000 families have trusted Anthony Askowitz with the most important investment of their lives, their homes. Find out how to sell your home fast and at the price you want. Call 305-251-2127 and ask Askowitz.
Spectacular butterfly world. We're butterflies and so much more. Imagine walking in a lush tropical rainforest where butterflies and hummingbirds fly all around you. Explore our bug museum and botanical gardens and laugh at our new lorikeet encounter where they eat right out of your hand. 3 acres of wonder at spectacular butterfly world. We're butterflies and so much more.
Doctor, doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of credit blues.
Why are these people dancing? Because they just found out they can rebuild their credit at Gulfstream Motor Credit. That's right, bad credit, no credit, bankruptcy, even domestic partner loans. Hundreds of quality used cars to choose from, all makes and models. Finally, a cure for your credit woes. The credit doctor is in at Gulfstream Motor Credit. Visit either of our 2 locations or call 305-633-5011.
Welcome back to Comcast special coverage of the 33rd Annual Winterfest Boat Parade, the seminal Hard Rock Winterfest Boat Parade, that is. We're counting down the minutes to the magical start of this year's rock and roll fantasy, in which hundreds of boats will line the waters of our intracoastal and sail through the heart of Greater Fort Lauderdale, each decorated in a personal interpretation of this year's theme. But how do cruising vessels become Yuletide yachts? It's all in how you deck the deck.
Bows of holly, sterns of lights, all examples of Florida's good life afloat. The holiday-themed cruising vessels of the world's renowned Winterfest Boat Parade overflow with the spirit of a community committed to celebration.
Mission of Winterfest, that is really to provide an internationally recognized event that is wholesome, family-oriented, and it's something that people will want to come to Fort Lauderdale, Greater Fort Lauderdale, see our beautiful waterways, see our beautiful community, and you know what? It's a destination to live, to work, to play in, and Winterfest really just likes to create that attention for our area.
While the nation watches South Florida at this time of year because of the parade, there's more to these Yuletide yachts than meet the eye.
One of the award-winning boats, well, we certainly look for the decorations. That's so important. And I always think about the little children on the shore that want to see that wow, something unique, something different. Animation, having costumes on, and most importantly, sound, because the sound really grabs the attention of everybody on the shore.
Now, while perfection dictates that you start with a plan, don't think you have to be a professional to catch the spirit.
So you start at the beginning of the vessel or the front of it, and you tell a story when you're there, and then you have people want to see it as it goes by because they're waiting for whatever the next step of the story is.
Consider using your people as a part of your decorations. They're probably going to be the cheapest labor you will have during the boat parade.
Everybody loves the private entries because that is, you know, mom and pop family doing it together. It's a family gathering.
Last year our theme was Santa's Dream Sled. And we were able to come up with motorized pink flamingos pulling a sled. We had a whole bunch of other things on there. We had 15,000 lights, which was our last count as we spent days stringing this thing together. As we put all the lights up there and everything started to look really nice hanging there in the daytime, we realized that we didn't put all the sockets in the same place, so we ended up with about 300 extension cords going all around the boat, you know, to try and...
So you don't see that anyway.
You couldn't see it, and we were falling over them, but it looked great. I've got a 9,000 watt diesel generator on the boat. We ended up pegging that, and at the last minute we went out and borrowed a 6,500 watt gasoline generator, which we put on the back of the boat, and between the two of them we were just barely able to manage all the lights, and kept actually moving extension cords around to try and see if we could balance it out, because every couple seconds one of the lines would blow out. We'd have to put it back in again. We had a wonderful time with all the crowds. There were something like 800,000 people as we went down past all these houses and everything. And everybody was yelling and cheering, and we were blowing the horns, and they were waving at us. And we had a lot of fun doing that.
While our local South Florida boating enthusiasts thrill spectators along the shore, corporate sponsors seeking a wow look to the pros.
Deco Productions, we're here in Hialeah. We're housed within a 40,000 square foot warehouse. There are lots of different departments, many elements that go toward creating a successful event. We have our sales force that's out there. We have a graphic department, wonderful designer. People nowadays, they want pictures. Words are just not enough. So he spends 8 hours a day creating beautiful renderings. In the design department and sales department, once we have a look and a feel for an event, we're searching through fabric swatches to find that unique element that's really going to add something to that corporate look that's going to reflect their needs. Then we order the fabric and they sit there sewing for hours and hours on end.
Mirta is sewing this fabric here. This is actually going to go on the Grand Marshal boat. It's going to cover the whole of the bottom of the boat.
We have lots of full-time florists. We do not buy flowers locally. We bring them in from South America most of the time. We're talking thousands and thousands of flowers at a time. We also have what we call the shop, which is where our guys actually build everything. Very, very skilled carpenters we have here. And as far as the production, the people that are putting the final touches on and moving, there's probably 30 to 40 people that we have here.
They're making a tree.
Winterfest is something that we love doing, but it is extremely challenging. There's a lot of things that are very difficult to overcome. You're dealing with a yacht, obviously a multi-million-dollar boat, and believe it or not, one of the hardest things is how do you attach this decor? It's extremely difficult. You're limited in the design by literally how are you going to have it on that boat. Nobody wants to scratch or do anything like that. We want to make sure that we keep it beautiful and clean and crisp. So the first thing that we're going to do is really take an intense look at that boat, the measurements, the hang points, where we can attach, what we can attach.
This is actually how we're going to attach it to the boat, using this.
And of course, being all about lights, the next thing is we've got to work out the power. Usually these boats, we've got a big crane there at 6 o'clock in the morning, and we're putting massive generators on these boats, just to have enough power to keep these lights going. And the whole process usually starts for us in about July. We get the theme, we know what we want to reflect in those boats, and then the key clients that we work with, we start producing renderings. We usually meet with them first, we get a feel for what they want that boat to reflect, and we go ahead, we put the renderings together. Rendering number one is never it. It could be 2, it could be 3. I think we've gone as far as about 7 with some clients. But nonetheless, it's a work in progress. Once everyone has agreed upon the design, and sometimes it's difficult because there's different sponsors involved and everyone needs to get maximum exposure, and so we want to make sure that the logo's in the right place and everyone has, the right priority in order of getting their logos up there on the boat. So we put all of that together. Once we get that final rendering, usually I'd like to say by the end of August, but sometimes we're into September, early October before all of that's decided. And then we move straight into production. The hardest thing is making sure that everything is to scale. When you're designing the boat, you think something is 24 feet and you think, oh, that's huge. You get it on these massive yachts, it's dwarfed, totally dwarfed. This is a guitar. This is actually going on the Grand Marshal boat, so look out and see it. You see right now, here it's about 12, 14 feet long. When you see it on that boat, it's going to look about 4 feet long. To decorate one of these boats, and bear in mind we do the larger yachts. We're not doing the smaller, 40-foot boats. Everything we do is over 100 feet. And the budgets range anywhere from $15,000 and up. I would say specifically on lights between $15,000 and $45,000. It's quite a lot of money, but it's an awful lot of work. It's extremely intense, but it's well worth it. You see what they look like, and it's a lot of exposure for the companies that use us too. One of our biggest limitations is the day of installation, because quite honestly, we can't get it on that boat until that morning. We get there bright and early in the morning, the cranes lift the generators on board, and then we very carefully start applying everything to the side of the boat. For the Grand Marshal boat on site, we'll have about 20 people that day. It takes a lot of people because there is such a short amount of time to get it actually up and on the boat. And don't forget, there are two sides to a boat. So halfway through, once one side is complete, we then have to get the captain to take the boat out, turn it around, and bring it back in so that we can complete the other side. It's very, very tough. It's time-consuming. It's somewhat comical when you see your guys hanging from the top of the boat, and we realize that something needs to be tweaked, and there's one at the top holding his ankles, and there's someone at the bottom, you know, ready to catch him. We've also lost several Nextels that have fallen overboard during the process. An award-winning boat really needs to reflect the theme, and it's a tough balance between reflecting the theme and yet incorporating that corporate logo. I'd like to say we've been extremely successful with the Seminoles, the Seminole Triumph, Florida. We've done some beautiful boats, and we've been able to really get that message across of the theme and yet incorporate their culture into the design. They're beautiful. This year's boat is going to be great. It's, of course, with the hotel having opened, it's got a little bit of that hotel element in it there with the casino, and you've got some wonderful rock and roll elements going on there too. I think that the most rewarding part about the whole boat parade is it's such a lengthy process. It's 6 months of, you know, bringing it all together, and then an exhausting day, 10 hours decorating that boat. I think the most exciting thing is just standing on the shore and seeing the boats go by and hearing all the children laughing and screaming, and that energy of the holidays and all the music, and it's wonderful.
This year, judges will award first place, second place, and honorable mention awards to boats in a number of categories, arranged by size of boat, power boats, commercial, and private. And you know what, Spiro? Here's the exciting part, audience participation. The public gets a chance to vote on the coveted People's Choice Award on the Winterfest website. And this year, the communities get to vote for the big or small that is their absolute favorite. And the contest has been extended to allow us all to pick the best decorated home along the parade route as well.
And selected entries are tracked throughout the night. Well, that's just another element of this series of events that's put together locally through the dedication and commitment of the not-for-profit group we call Winterfest Incorporated and their extensive group of volunteers from right here in our community. We're going to meet them and go behind the scenes where it all happens when we come right back.
Comcast special coverage of the 2004 Seminole Hard Rock Winterfest Boat Parade continues right after this.
Need to tighten your batting skills? At the Batter's Box, you'll find all the accessories and equipment you need just like the pros. The selection of bats is a big hit with hundreds to choose from. Step up to the plate in one of 5 batting cages. Or test your fielding skills with a throwback machine for fielding practice. All of this under one roof only at the Batter's Box.
Have you heard? What? It's that time of year again when Miami International Merchandise Mart opens its doors to the public. Hey, last year I found everything for everybody on my list at the Miami Mart. Great selections, all the trends you're looking for, and most importantly, great bargains. So when are they opening? This Saturday and every Saturday from 10 to 6, now through December. Let's make a day of it. I'll even treat you to lunch there. What are we waiting for? Let's go.
Are you looking for a healthy alternative for lunch? Something that's high in protein with the perfect balance of carbs and low in cholesterol. It's well known that vegetables and fish are natural antioxidants, being high in vitamins B12, A, and E. Welcome to Heart Rock Sushi, the one place in Sunrise Boulevard that serves delicious, fresh, healthy, heart-smart food. Heart Rock Sushi, 1970 East Sunrise Boulevard in the Gateway Shopping Center.
The joy of loving one another goes beyond distance, and no company helps you enjoy the voices that you cherish like Super Telecom. With the new Un Solo Pueblo plan, it's simple to save all the time. Only 10 cents per minute. Call now, and for a limited time, receive a free 500-minute calling card. Super Telecom. We are stronger, better.
Welcome back to Comcast special coverage of the Seminole Hard Rock Winterfest Boat Parade. Recently, they took home the Reader's Digest 100 Best Awards for Best Parade. Their mission to enhance the community's image by producing wholesome, unique, internationally recognized events that reflect the diversity and culture of South Florida. And by the looks of the past 33 years, the Winterfest Committee has done just that. But who are these people behind the parade? How do they manage to float this spectacular event year after year?
The Winterfest organization is comprised of a huge contingency of volunteers, supporters, sponsors, and board of directors. Winterfest, Inc. is entirely dependent upon sponsorship from local and national corporate sponsors.
A lot of people don't realize what it takes to put on this event because we are volunteer-based. And just to keep it going all year long and creating that sense of need that we have for providing the event, the sponsors are just critical. They are the only way that we can do it because it is 100% of our money to be able to put on the event are from sponsors. It really is the ability of Winterfest to be out there and give the sponsors recognition for what they are doing, and it really is that pulling at heartstrings to provide this event to our community, and it is free to the public, and that is an amazing thing because there's not a lot of free events, and we go 10 miles, there's 850,000 people that line the shores. We do a television show that's aired through Comcast and WSVN, and so we really are able to showcase our sponsors in ways that a lot of events can't.
Many aspects of the Winterfest celebration embrace the cultural arts. In 2004, renowned marine life artist Carrie Chen joined the Winterfest family with the creation of this year's poster. The prestigious painting of the parade's grand entranceway depicts the beauty of the decorated boats in conjunction with the unique surrounding South Florida hosts, both above and below the water. While Winterfest is best known for its one-of-a-kind boat parade celebrating 33 years, the scope of the festival has grown.
We impact 5 different bridges, and actually we're going to have Toys for Tots on all of these bridges collecting toys for the holidays. So if anybody decides to watch the boat parade from one of the bridges, from 17th Street all the way to Commercial, they should bring a toy out and help with a little needy child. And we're looking at the arts and culture, and on our boats, so having a ballet performance, having different singers, different bands, the artistic ability alone of some of these amazing designers is really great that we can feature this and showcase the talent that we have in our South Florida community.
The parade is an exhibit of local, talented artists that spend hundreds of hours from conception to inception, transforming boats into canvases of color and lights depicting the parade's theme.
Our board of directors, fortunately, we put them to the test, and every year they have to come up with a new, exciting theme. This year being rock and roll fantasy, it really tied in with our new title sponsor, the Seminole Hard Rock. We've had Last Sail of the Century. A few years ago, it was Pirates in Paradise, which was very, very fun. And we've had all sorts of different themes, from Coral Serenade to Silver Moon Fantasy. And it really just gives the voters an opportunity to give them some creative direction. Tying into a theme is just that continuity that we have in the parade, and we do a special award for the winner of the best adaptation of theme.
Winterfest offers complimentary space to many charities so they may promote public awareness and host fundraising opportunities. This festival within the festival hosts a stage with live entertainment and art and craft booths to entertain people of all ages.
The Nestle Grandstand viewing area, it honestly is the best place to watch the boat parade. There's reserved seats, they're only $17, and we're actually doing some coupons at Singular Wireless stores, the Seminole Hard Rock, as well as in our public stores for coupons for discounted tickets at this area. But the area is full of life. We have Radio Disney out there. We've got our food area, Hospitality Village. There is a family fun zone provided by Singular Wireless and Southwest Airlines Sports Deck. There's so much going on in this one area that I hope that everybody has a chance to visit, maybe next year, if not this year, to come out and really watch the parade in style in a true festival atmosphere.
Also in 2003, Winterfest brought the parade into the classroom with the first annual cover contest with the Real Yellow Pages.
We do the cover of the Bell South Yellow Pages, and we work with the children in elementary schools for them to be able to design the fantasy boat of their dreams. And the winners are actually on the cover of the Real Yellow Pages.
Year after year, they managed to sail bigger and better each time than the year before, and making national headlines each time as well. More than 800,000 cheering spectators has transformed the Winterfest Boat Parade into not only the largest one-day live audience of any event in Florida, but also the 7th largest one-day spectator event in the country. And Reader's Digest 100 Best. The International Festival and Events Association has also ranked Winterfest one of the top 20 parades in the world. With over 50,000 parades in the United States alone, this is a huge international honor. This places Winterfest in the prestigious company of Macy's, Mardi Gras, Rose Bowl, and Disney parades.
And our coverage of the parade here tonight is shared with the world. It not only airs on Comcast, but in Germany, Canada, South America, and Japan, both via cable television and the World Wide Web. Very exciting. Only minutes away, our coverage will continue when we come right back after this.
Broward County residents with flood insurance receive only 2 cents out of every dollar of premium as a claim payment. The other 98 cents pays claims in other parts of the country. Subsidizing losses in other states is unfair. For a free flood risk analysis, please call toll-free 877-FLOOD-ZONE. That's 877-FLOOD-ZONE. Don't lose an entire year of savings. Act now so we can evaluate your classification before your next renewal.
Why will JM Lexus be able to make this your December to remember? Selection and, of course, the JM Underprice. Choose from the largest selection of IS300, ES330, and even the RX330 luxury utility vehicle. Experience world-class sales, service, and the JM Underprice. And because your time is important to us, soon you'll experience the world's fastest service department at JM Lexus on Sample Road in Margate.
Happy holidays!
Capture a moment by sending a rainbow. This holiday season, show the people you love how much you care. Call Bunning the Florist and celebrate the holidays with the gift of flowers. Call today for a holiday bouquet. We have same-day nationwide delivery.
Any day, any reason to smile. At Bunning we deliver smile.
Call Bunning the Florist. We deliver flowers worldwide.
South Florida's Christmas gift has arrived early this year. It's a Christmas Place, twice voted the best Christmas store in the nation and located right here in central Fort Lauderdale. A Christmas Place is Florida's premier Christmas superstore with our own custom designers and the best selection of ornaments, collectibles, trees, and lights. Stop by and remember you haven't been any place until you've been to the one, the only, a Christmas Place.
Welcome back, everyone. We're getting ready for the 2004 Seminole Hard Rock Winterfest Boat Parade, and our special coverage continues with the Comcast Spotlight Holiday Gift Guide. Then, after that,
we're going to be joined by WSVN's Louis Aguirre and Lynn Martinez as Comcast and Comcast Spotlight bring you live coverage of the parade from beginning to end.
the lights, the sounds, the great South Florida weather, the rock and roll fantasy. I'm Spiro Canton.
And I'm Carla Shadoan.
From Comcast Cable Communications right here in South Florida. Stay with us.
It's that time of year, parties for hosting, turkeys for roasting, and the inevitable mad rush of the last-minute holiday shopping. It's all part of one of the most enjoyable yet sometimes stressful seasons of the year. I'm Carla Shadoan, and our special coverage of the Hard Rock Winterfest Boat Parade continues now with a little seasonal stress relief, a South Florida gift guide for the perfect present for that someone special. Welcome to Comcast Spotlight's Holiday Gift Guide. For hundreds of years, tradition has dictated that we celebrate the seasons by wrapping up favors and surprising those we love with little tokens of our affection. Now, big or small, the holidays just wouldn't be complete without presents. So whether your taste is practical or you prefer to pamper, whether your budget is abounding or significantly reduced, we're here to save the season with a guide to the unique, the tailored, the you may never have thought of this one, perfect gift for that someone special. So if it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas around here, that's because we're on location at the world-famous, award-winning Christmas Place. Overflowing with seasonal greenery, twinkling ornaments, glowing candles, this one-of-a-kind South Florida treasure offers fresh inspiration for making the most personal and cheerful holiday season. I'm here with David Schindler, who is celebrating 30 years of ringing in the holidays all year round. David, first, thanks for being our kind of Christmas Place location to bring you the gift guide. I'm so excited because we understand that for 30 years you're in this very large space. How many ornaments do you actually have here?
Oh, God, I think at last count it's well over 100,000 different ornaments and trims and lights and trees and decorations. This is our 30th anniversary, so we're kind of excited this year, too.
And how much square footage is in this place?
Well, it's actually slightly over 21,000 square feet, and there are 12 different galleries of Christmas here, you know, dedicated to different parts of the business. And it's fairly endless. We find people wandering around feeling they haven't even seen the whole place.
I bet. No, I've seen so many things that are unique, and I've seen, you know, name brands and collector's items. And how do you go about finding this stuff?
It's fairly easy. We really try to concentrate on the best, the most couture, the most unique, the most different manufacturers in the Christmas business. And we have 4 different teams of buyers that travel the world. I myself do the Orient route to, you know, Hong Kong, Singapore, Taiwan, Malaysia.
Wow.
And we have different teams that go to the Atlanta Mart, teams that go to New York, and teams that shop in Germany and all throughout Europe for, you know, different stuff.
Now, talking before the show, we kind of realized that everybody sort of celebrates Christmas in their own, you know, unique style, and it really is personal. And because of that, themes have become popular. How many different themes do you have?
Oh, there's over 47 theme trees on the floor. We sit with our creative staff and we come up with the newest color palettes, the newest, most unique product for, you know, the coming year. We actually are doing that right now for '05.
What is unique this year? What's hot?
We see a lot of botanicals. We see a return to tradition to a certain extent. A lot of candy reds and greens and golds. Burgundy and hunter themes are always popular.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of industry staples, but we try to stay a little bit ahead of the learning curve and have some of the more different items.
Now, for those of us who may sort of have a vision of what we want our perfect Christmas to be, you guys actually will help us realize that. Tell us how it works.
Well, we have a combination of personal shoppers and design assistants who work in the store, and very often, you know, our ladies from the local area will come in with color swatches of their draperies, their carpets, pictures of their homes.
Wow.
And we'll custom coordinate their wreaths, their swags, their garlands, their Christmas tree, right? It's exactly what they need.
So tailor-made to your home, and do you set it up for them?
We can, yeah. We do offer that service. We'll send people out to digitally photograph your home, and we'll measure the spaces, and we'll recommend what we think is right for that space, and then we'll send designers out to completely set up the trees and the wreaths, including the outdoors.
So now you guys are sort of experts. I was telling you about the weird combination of furniture and eclectic tastes. So different, my husband and I, and we're kind of trying to meet in the middle, and you had a ton of solutions. How do you go about matching that and
I think we can even fix your house, yeah. And I noticed you said that, but you have to go by the customer's personal tastes, and you know, a lot of people really want to be very traditional. A lot of people want to be more cutting edge for Christmas.
And now Christmas is becoming one of those things that even after you decorate your own home, collector items are becoming a really good gift, and you really own the market on that. Tell us about your department.
Well, we highlight probably maybe 15 to 20 of the most expensive, the most exclusive pieces on the market. And then we also have probably hundreds and hundreds of manufacturers of medium-priced product also. And we try to just find what we think are the best manufacturers in the business who best show you the new products that they're coming out with. They're really, you know, the best of the best in the Christmas business.
What are some of the collectibles that you have, names?
We do a lot of pieces from Mark Roberts, who we think makes the best fairies in the world. His Santa collection of fairies is by far the best in the business, we think. All his pieces are numbered pieces. He only makes a certain amount, and we get extremely low numbers. We always use the best glass designers, i.e. the Christopher Radkos, the Slavic Treasures, the Polonaise, the people who do the best free-blown items in the world.
Okay.
We work with our custom designers overseas to actually custom design Christmas ornaments exactly for the trees that we're doing.
So it's wonderful. Thanks, David. There's so much to see here. Unforgettable memories. You can collect meaningful gifts. The Christmas place will do everything to help you illustrate traditions or put your own twist on the holidays. They've got everything you need to generate sights, sounds, and smells that make up the holiday right here at a Christmas place in Wilton Manors. They're just off of Andrews Avenue and 13th Street. That's between Sunrise and Oakland Park Boulevards. And you know what? Make sure to stop here when you're out and about holiday shopping, because more than a store, it's also an attraction, and you have everything you need right here for the holidays. And now some presents make perfect sense, even if they can't fit under the Christmas tree. Consumer guides say 'tis the season to buy a car. Demands are low, prices are low, and the best deals can be made in these last few weeks of December. With me is Christina Sewell, spokesperson for the Coral Springs Auto Mall. Thanks, Christina. Where exactly is the Auto Mall?
The Auto Mall is located at 9330 West Atlantic Boulevard in Coral Springs.
Okay, so that's Atlantic between what cross streets?
It's right near University Drive, across the street from the Coral Springs.
The mall?
The mall.
Yeah, okay,
yes.
great. So, Christina, it's an auto mall, which makes it a little bit different than a just to go into a regular car lot or car dealer. How big and what kind of diversity is there?
Well, we offer GMC, Pontiac, Honda, and we also offer Nissan cars and used cars as well.
Okay, and there's service departments and all of that there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, which makes it great because I guess not only the cars, but kind of gadgets and stuff that you could get for a car might be a perfect gift. How could you go about, giving that to someone for a present?
Well, the best way I would think is, let's say you have a young child, a teenager, get them a little box and put a car key inside underneath the Christmas tree, and they can walk outside their door with a big bow on top of the car.
That's great. And in the wake of cars, you sell pre-owned cars as well as new,
Yes, we also sell pre-owned cars.
Now, what kind of guarantees and everything come with pre-owned cars? We shouldn't be intimidated about buying
There
those.
is a guarantee that comes with the pre-owned cars.
Okay, great. So we can be sure that
Yes,
they're
ma'am.
in good shape. All right. So if I wanted to, let's say I knew somebody, my teenage nephew or something, and I wanted to get the mats and all of that, will you guys offer custom stuff?
We do offer custom stuff with our factory stuff that's in the auto parts department.
Okay, great. So I can actually get the car mats for a specific Nissan car.
Correct.
Wonderful. What about this time of year when you need certain service or maybe a car's a year old and now certain parts are going to wear? Can I order parts?
You can order parts, and we have a wonderful service staff, and we're also open on Saturdays.
Oh, that's convenient.
For the working, business.
Sure. And can I get like a gift certificate for service or just make an appointment and pay
You could just make an appointment and pay.
Wonderful. Okay, let's talk about some other things. If I go out there and I kind of know what I'm looking for, how helpful will the staff be to sort of guide me in the right direction?
Our staff is very courteous, very helpful, and we have many employees that have been with the business since the start of it.
Okay. So if I sort of know what my price range is, you guys can guide me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. How about if I know somebody's personality or what their transportation needs are? What do I do?
Well, we have economy cars such as the Honda Civic and the Honda Accord. We also have the Nissan 350ZX, maybe for your husband who wants to go drive fast out on the road. And we also have the SUVs, such as the Nissan Xterra, for those who like to go off-roading.
Okay, perfect. So it's sort of everything for everybody.
Yes.
And all under one lot?
Correct.
Okay, if I went there and I wasn't sure if I needed a Nissan or a Honda, but I had done a little price comparison,
We have something that will fit everyone's price range.
Okay, great. And just a salesperson will meet me out there and kind of guide me along?
We have salespeople that will meet you out there, and we also have greeters at the front door.
Okay.
And we also sell Kias for college students. They're very cheap cars, but they're also reliable cars as well.
Okay, so that's kind of perfect for this time of year because kids are starting that new semester.
Yes.
All righty. How long has the Auto Mall been around?
It's been around for 20 years now.
What's the benefits of being able to shop at a place like that versus going to a Ford dealer, for instance?
Well, we offer more choices other than just, a Ford car. We have many different cars, economy cars, we have SUVs, we have sports cars, and we have also the pre-owned cars, as well as we have vans and sports cars.
Okay, great. So the selection is all there. I don't need to go driving around. And how late are you open if I get out of work and need to kind of...
During the holiday season, we do stay open a little bit later on some days. Sometimes we're typically there till 9, 10 o'clock at night, and sometimes we have special days where we're there till midnight.
Okay, great. Christina, thanks so much. It
You're
sounds very,
welcome.
very convenient. When the practical side of you kicks in and you think about fulfilling a basic transportation need, or if you really want to wow that special someone with the hot rod of their fantasy, the Coral Springs Auto Mall has everything automotive under one roof or lot, and it's really convenient. It's on West Atlantic Boulevard between 441 and University Drive. Christmas trees, apple pie. If you believe one great tradition deserves another, then how about putting a little baseball under the tree? You can share this little piece of Americana with sports enthusiasts in your family in a lot of ways. And here to tell us how to really score big with your little fan is Jennifer and Heather Epstein, owners of a batter's box in Coral Springs, Boca Raton, and Cooper City. Hey, welcome to the show, you guys.
Hi.
Listen, if you play the game, there's some necessities that you're going to need. So what kind of equipment do you guys have?
We have bats, gloves, shoes. We have just about everything.
And what about those things that'll kind of wear out and that you need to replace often? I think you call them Under Armour. What's that?
Under Armour is undergear that's great for any sport. It actually keeps you cool and dry or warm and dry so you can perform better, harder. It's a great tool that everybody should really use if you're playing competitive sports.
Now, buying equipment for, like, let's say that you have a little leaguer, it's kind of difficult because, you know, it has to fit like a glove. How would you guys go about helping someone pick that stuff out?
All of our staff is trained. They all have experience in baseball and softball. So whether you need to come in for a bat or a glove, we can size you perfectly.
Oh, that's perfect. And then in a good exchange program as well?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Keep your receipt, or we can always exchange it out for you, whatever you need.
Now, in addition to having the equipment and stuff, I understand that you guys also kind of give people a little taste of the baseball experience at your store. So if like a dad and a daughter want to come out, tell us a little bit about the batting cages and all that.
Our main location in Coral Springs does have indoor batting cages. We use professional arm-style cages. So you really get a feel for being in the major leagues, getting up there, and you can practice, whether it's your first time, you're a T-baller, or you're a major leaguer. We cater to everybody.
That's great. So how would I give that as a gift to someone? Let's say I want a dad and daughter to have a day at the park.
Well, we do have gift certificates that are good for any denomination. They're good for our store, any 3 of our stores, or the batting cages, or even our concession stand.
And tell us about the concession stand, because I understand it's sort of themed as well.
Yeah, we have authentic New Orleans snowballs. We have hot dogs, just all sort of concessions that you would have at a ballpark.
At a typical game. What's a New Orleans snowball? Is it like a snow cone?
It's like a snow cone,
Better.
but it's a lot better.
Yeah. We'll have to go out and
Yes.
try one of those. So the gift certificates work in the concession as well.
They would work anywhere.
All right, that's
sure.
really great. Have a lot of families coming in and that sort of thing?
We're a big family place where we cater to families. It's a nice family atmosphere. We're family owned and operated, so
it's great.
4-year-olds all the way up to 100. Come on in. You may even see a major league player there. Yep, we've had quite a few frequent our place.
Well, that kind of talks about a little how really unique your store is, because I mean, I admittedly don't know anything about baseball, but my husband and stepson are players. So your staff is kind of unique in its approach. It's not like walking into a sports authority or something.
Not at all. You will always find Heather or me there. We are always at our store. We know our customers by name. We know all the kids. We've watched them grow. So it's a nice family atmosphere, and we want to make sure that you're comfortable playing, you're comfortable getting out on the field, and we want to help you you know, with that experience.
If I wanted to start like a little league team or something of my own, or host a party maybe that was baseball themed, could I get all the stuff I need there to actually make up a diamond?
Oh, of course. We even do team specials. You know, we do uniforms.
Okay, great. So a lot of personalized stuff too?
Yeah.
What about for that baseball really big fan? Do you have special things in your store that would be like good high price gifts for them or something kind of unique?
Major League jerseys,
Yeah.
we
Wow.
carry Major League balls. We carry just about everything for the baseball softball enthusiasts.
So that's perfect. It's one of those things I could buy and then maybe get signed later, try my
Right,
luck somewhere.
absolutely. Of course, and if we don't have it, we'll order it.
Oh, that's
So,
the other good
yeah.
thing. Okay. So definitely stop by and see you. Now we know you have 3 stores, and their hours are all different. Let's talk first about Coral Springs.
Our main location is Coral Springs. It does have indoor batting cages. We are there Monday through Friday, 1 to 8:30, Saturdays 9 to 6, and Sundays 11 to 5. And we're on the southeast corner of Wiles and University in the Kmart shopping plaza.
And now Boca Raton, where's that store located?
That's in Mission Bay Plaza on the corner of 441 and Glades. That one is just a pro shop.
Okay.
So.
And then on Cooper City?
Cooper City's Flamingo and Sterling, Countryside Shops, and that is also a pro shop.
Okay, wonderful. Now that's perfect. Thanks you guys for showing up. Well, there you have it for all the baseball enthusiasts in your family, son, father. Don't forget daughters that are starting Little League. Everybody from Little League all the way up to pros, you'll find the perfect gift for them at the Batter's Box, one of their 3 locations, Coral Springs, Cooper City, or Boca Raton. What kind of gift allows you to be remembered all year long, yet speaks to the personality of the loved one you're surprising? How about art? With me is Jerry Canada of Art Marketplace in Davie, where gift givers and recipients have a chance to express themselves. Now, art just isn't a gift that you put in a box. It really is the expression of someone's personality. But you have a very unique situation. Tell us about your staff and your philosophy.
Well, our philosophy is to deliver the biggest possible variety of art at the lowest possible price, which equals value. And also, when it comes to gift giving, we have a unique opportunity for somebody to buy something, present it to the person they're giving it to, and then have the person come back and select something that they like better. So just for presentation purposes.
Right, and your exchange program is different than any store I've ever heard of. It's really, really, really soft.
It's really, truly an unconditional exchange privilege, and you can bring back anything you buy at any time and get full value for what you purchased it for in exchange for something else, which makes people very, very comfortable, and it takes away the possibility of making any mistakes. So you can never make a mistake buying at the art marketplace.
That's great. And now for those of us who might just want to begin investing a little bit in art, your program even extends and allows us to kind of grow with you.
Right. But one of the things that we never say is art is an investment. We don't sell investments. We sell great accidents. 35% of what we have will turn out to be a great investment. If I knew exactly what it was, I would take them home and not sell them. So we don't sell investments, and we do have opportunities where people buy things for a few $100s, turn around in 20 years, and it's worth $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, and that was a great accident. But it was never sold to be an investment.
But what if I bought something today and then a year from now my budget is better and I have a little more expendable income? How do you help with that?
Well, with the younger folks, that's what happens. They end up stepping themselves up. They will buy lithographs and then they'll want to go into originals. So they step themselves up over a period of time, and they have the opportunity to do so because the piece is not going to end up in a garage, and that few $100 purchase is not going to be scrapped. So it is a great opportunity.
Now your staff has also got a very different philosophy, which kind of removes that intimidation people feel when shopping for art.
Well, art galleries are very intimidating. We have kind of a uniform. Everybody wears black slacks and a light blue shirt so you can identify who the staff is. We don't sell anyone anything, ever. We help people to buy. And that's a very important philosophy of ours, is that make sure that nobody is ever intimidated.
Sure, and the whole atmosphere of Art Marketplace is different than that of a gallery. It's really kind of a good experience.
Yeah, we have a table for the kids to sit down and do art that ends up on their refrigerators. We have coffee and donuts going all the time. We have a little lounge area. We have a TV set going for the guys to watch football when the wives are browsing, get them out of the way.
That's
and,
great.
You know, that kind of thing.
So it's relaxed, and one of the other things that really separate you is choice. You've given viewers a great amount of choice.
Incredible choice and incredible value. I mean, that's what we are about. Incredible choice and incredible value.
How big is Art Marketplace in comparison to a regular gallery?
About 15 times larger. We show about 5,000 pieces of art. The average gallery shows about 50 pieces of art.
And without a lot of the pomp and circumstance, you've been able to do great things to the prices of art pieces as well.
That's it. We will sell art. You know, the art industry by nature is one of the biggest rip-off businesses in the world. So when you apply normal markups, you look like you know, a great person delivering exceptional value.
That's wonderful. Now, how can our viewers get to Art Marketplace? When are you open?
We're open all the time. We don't have any locks. You know, we're open from 10 to 10 to 9 every day, and Sunday from 11 to 6.
That's wonderful. So thanks very much, Jerry. If you want to give something that makes the recipient aware that you really had them in mind when you picked it out, Art Marketplace and Davie can help. They're located on University Drive between 595 and Nova Drive. You can come in, meet with the professional staff, and pick out that perfect gift. Remember, their exchange program is very, very fluid. You can bring things back even up to a year later or more. Thanks, Jerry. And now, for those of us with a long list of friends and family to shop for while we experience the traditional time famine at this time of year, the Plantation Fashion Mall has wrapped convenience up for this season. With me is Linda Carrick-Warfield to tell us how variety and valet create a whole new experience. Welcome.
Welcome.
I want to talk first about parking hassles and how you've all but eliminated them.
Well, we think so. We will have valet parking, and in addition to that, we have a 6-story parking structure that people can literally go ahead and park directly on whatever the level is of the mall, because we have a 3-level enclosed mall. And so it makes it very convenient, so you don't have to schlep all of your packages from one end to the other. You can get it right back to your car with ease.
So for the power shopper like me, there's so much going on in the mall right now. Let's start with fashion. You really have the corner on women and men's fashion. Everything's sort of there.
Well, we have a number of stores that we're very proud to have at the Fashion Mall, including the 3-level Macy's. But in addition to that, we also have Cachet, and we have the Limited, every imaginable brand of the Limited. We have Limited Express, we have Express, we have The Limited, we have Victoria's Secret, we have a number of them, plus Ann Taylor, and it's a variety of tastes. And Lerner of New York, we also have them as well, and Talbots.
So it's basically for every taste and for every age level, too.
That's correct.
Okay, so for corporate women up to really, you know, nice holiday fashions.
As well as the little ones, because we also have Gap for kids, and also the Limited, too.
Okay, great.
So that also helps.
Which is very convenient because you can go and get all the holiday dresses that you need while you shop for the kids.
Right.
And what about those of us who are looking to send a little taste of the holidays? It's becoming, food items are becoming a really big gift this year. You've got some specialty stores.
Yes, we do. We have one of the best, and that's Godiva chocolate. I mean, who doesn't love their truffles?
Someone said Godiva's to give, the others are to eat.
That's exactly so true. And then we also have Barney's coffees and teas. So if you have, have a sweet tooth, or if you have just for teas and coffees of all different kinds.
Absolutely.
We have both of those, and they're very good.
Which is a really good office gift this year. And
yes, it is.
And they'll take care of all the shipping and everything for you,
correct.
I understand. So, okay, we've got specialty items, and then we've got the fashion. But you know what I've read? I've read that 2004 is going to be sort of the year of the technology gift, and you guys have got that covered as well.
Yes, we do. We have Brookstone, and we also have Franklin Covey.
Okay.
As well as, I keep going back to Macy's because we have such a huge 3-level mall there and 3-level Macy's, so that makes it very good. But I don't know if you know this or not, but we have robots in the mall as well.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And Macy's is carrying something called the Robo Sapien.
Okay.
And that has 600 different functions. And so that's kind of a very exciting gift.
That is.
As well as Brookstone also carries that wonderful little vacuum that is the Ramba. And that's also
which one
good
is that?
too.
What does that
It's
one do?
Ramba, and it literally goes from place to place and just vacuums up your whole entire house.
So it vacuums for you?
Yes, it does.
God, I love Brookstones.
Brookstone's great.
While we're on the subject of gifts that sort of do the work for you, health and beauty products.
Yes.
Things you can do for your loved ones.
We have an absolutely wonderful store called Yellow Strawberry West. And Yellow Strawberry has some wonderful things that you can go in and get for your loved ones. You can actually get a complete makeover if necessary. And then, of course, we have a number of nail salons, so you can get a complete spa pedicure and a massage, so that works very nice.
So all the pampering gifts are there as well.
That's correct.
Now, what if I want to give a gift certificate?
A lot of the stores have their own gift certificates, which makes it very nice because you can go in and individually shop yourself.
Sure, and so then it doesn't feel like you just kind of took the easy way out, but
That's
actually
correct.
picked out the perfect spa package.
That's correct.
Well,
Yes,
that's great.
yes.
Now, I think what people look for at the holidays is they sort of take the holiday shopping, might be a headache, it might be a little bit stressful, but while they're going to do it, they want to make a day of it. They want to experience something. The mall, I understand, has got a ton of entertainment things lined up for the season. Let's talk about some of those.
Well, we of course have Santa. Santa will be arriving the day after Thanksgiving, and then we'll be having strolling carolers, and we will have a number of events that are going on throughout the whole course of the holiday season. In addition to that, we also have Bonefish Grill.
Okay.
So you can finish your day at Bonefish, start your day at Barney's, whichever is easiest for you, and makes it very simple to enjoy the holiday season instead of being pressured and worried about what you're going to be doing.
And with valet parking to boot.
Exactly, exactly.
Let's say that we're going to go and we're going to spend the whole day there grabbing a bite to eat. Bonefish is one, but even after the holiday season, Fashion Mall is on its way. You're growing, and let's talk about some of the things we have to look forward to in 2005.
We're very excited because right across from Bonefish, we're going to have the very first Cheeseburger in Paradise.
Very cool.
And that's scheduled to open around February of next year. In addition to that, we have a number of food court vendors that are our brand new food court, which used to be on the 3rd floor, is now going down to the 1st floor, and that will also be open around February.
Okay.
So we've got a lot planned over at Fashion Mall, and people need to come and visit us because we are the best kept secret in Broward County, so make sure you tell everyone.
So it's no longer going to be a secret after this show.
That's right.
Let's give the viewers an idea of how much it actually has grown. How many square feet to the mall now?
We have about 660,000 square feet, including Macy's.
And how many stores altogether?
We have 65 stores plus Macy's.
That's fantastic.
And then don't forget, we also have the Sheraton Hotel that's attached to the shopping center, and that works very well for those people that have out-of-town guests or for a business meeting.
You got it, with a beautiful pool on the roof.
Correct.
Thanks so much, Linda.
Thank you.
So for jewelry, clothing, food items, and more, you can visit the Plantation Fashion Mall. It's located just 2 blocks north of Broward Boulevard, right on University Drive. Goodbye stress, hello holidays. We found the pros to help you with the perfect gift. So remember, if you need a little Christmas, find everything to create the magic right here at a Christmas place in Wilton Manors. With decorations for every taste and an award-winning design staff to make your holiday dreams a reality, a Christmas place is the place for creating your own unique holiday. And whether you just need to get your teen back and forth to school or want to put a hot rod under the tree, the Coral Springs Auto Mall has a variety of new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, plus all the factory-made accessories you can imagine. The Coral Springs Auto Mall is all things automotive under one single lot. And score one with your sports enthusiast. The batter's box has all the equipment and Under Armour for the baseball player in your family, plus batting cages and a ballpark concession stand for a day at the game. The batter's box for little leaguers or pros, located in Cooper City, Coral Springs, and Boca Raton. Then the art of giving has never been easier. Art Marketplace in Davie has a helpful, pressure-free sales staff that will help you get that personal, one-of-a-kind piece of artwork for your loved one. And no mistakes at the Art Marketplace. Your gift is fully exchangeable, no questions asked. Art Marketplace in Davie, a superstore, not a gallery. And of course, the Plantation Fashion Mall will have extended holiday hours so you can get all your fashion and food gifts, as well as techno toys, while you're getting dolled up at one of their beauty spots.
the Plantation Fashion Mall, home of the 3-story Macy's and more. Gift giving can be more fun and less stressful once you realize that it has nothing to do with dollars and cents and everything to do with thought. I'm Carla Shadow, and in for Comcast Spotlight and the entire Comcast cable team, thanks for joining us for our holiday gift guide. Now, our coverage of the 33rd Annual Hard Rock Winterfest Boat Parade continues, with Louis Aguirre and Lynn Martinez bringing you the parade in its entirety, live, right here on Comcast.